Welcome to Turkish drama world, the home of passion, twists, and record-breaking stories. From timeless classics to today's chart-topping hits, we bring you the latest ratings, the biggest surprises, and the shows everyone is talking about. Every week, Turkish dramas battle for the #1 spot, but only a few rise to the top. Stay tuned as we break down the winners, the drops, the shocks, and the dramas that are rewriting TV history. At number 10, we have Kıskanmak, also known as Jealousy, with total ratings of 5.9. All her life, Saniha lived in the shadows, unloved, unseen, forgotten. While her charming brother Halit rose to power, she remained a prisoner in her own home. But when Halit's secret affair threatens the family's honor, Saniha sees her first chance at justice. Betrayal follows betrayal, a broken engagement, a stolen future, and a cruel humiliation that pushes Saniha beyond her limits. Standing on the edge of despair, something inside her awakens. A woman who once accepted her fate is now ready to rewrite it. This is not just a story of jealousy. It is the birth of a reckoning. Kıskanmak, when silence turns into vengeance. At number 9, we have Veliaht, also known as Dynasty of Love, with total ratings of 5.25. In a world ruled by power, legacy, and lies, one man's fall will spark another man's destiny. Zulfikar Karsli, once feared, now desperate for an heir. But when his true son fails him, fate delivers an unlikely stranger. Timur, a humble mechanic drowning in debt, is thrust into a life he never asked for. In a single moment, he becomes Zafer Karsli, the heir of a dynasty built on deception. But the greatest lie is the one he must live every day. He must pretend to be the husband of Reyhan, a woman trapped just like him. Two strangers, forced to share a life, a name, a dangerous secret. As truth blurs into emotion and pretense turns into passion, they'll discover that love can bloom even inside a mansion built on betrayal. At number 8, we have Gönüldağ, also known as the Mountain of Hearts, with total ratings of 5.79. In the heart of the endless Anatolian steppe lies a small town filled with big dreams, where people love deeply, work honestly, and fight for the hopes that keep them alive. Taner, a young inventor chasing the impossible, waits for the return of his childhood love Dilek, while the people of the town hold on to ancient traditions, sacred stories, and the legend of the Gönül Mountain. They say every time a heart breaks, a piece of the mountain falls. At number 7, we have Halef, also known as the Call of the Roots, with total ratings of 5.88. Serhat, a brilliant surgeon who escaped the destiny written for him, but fate never forgets. One unexpected turn, and he is forced back to Urfa, back into the shadows of a past he thought he had buried. Between two powerful rival families, Serhat must become the very thing he ran from, an aga. But his heart belongs to Melek, the woman he married in secret, the woman who refuses to give up on their love. When Melek arrives, hoping to reunite, Serhat faces an impossible choice: honor his family or follow his heart. In this mansion, loyalty is a weapon, love is a battlefield, and every soul hides a secret waiting to explode. Because here, no one is innocent. At number 6, we have Teşkilat, also known as the organization. In a country under the shadow of rising foreign threats, a devastating attack shatters a top-secret UAV factory in Ankara. The clues point to one terrifying truth: foreign intelligence is already inside our borders. To stop the unseen enemy, the National Intelligence Organization forms a covert team, a team that does not exist on paper and may never return from the missions they take. At number 5, we have Kızılcık Şerbeti, also known as cranberry sorbet, with total rating of 6.66. In a world where beliefs collide, where two families stand on opposite sides of life, one woman has built her life on education, independence, and reason. Kıvılcım, a strong, modern mother who raised her daughters with the values she fought to protect. After her divorce, she stood tall, determined to give them a future filled with success and freedom. Doğa, her brilliant, hopeful daughter, studying dentistry. Fatih, the young man Doğa believes she can build a life with. Families, two worlds, two truths that are the same, but their ways completely different. As love tries to bridge an unbridgeable divide, Kıvılcım must face her greatest fear. At number 4, we have Güller ve Günahlar, also known as Sins and Roses, with total rating of 7.85. Serhat lost everything as a boy: his father, his fortune, his childhood. But he rebuilt himself into a man of honor and a husband who believed in family above all, until the day he discovered his wife Barak's devastating secret. Before he could confront her, a tragic accident left her in a coma, taking the truth with her. Then came Zeynep, fiery, fearless, and nothing like anyone Serhat had ever known. Bound by mystery, torn between mistrust and desire, they stand on the edge of a truth that could destroy them both. A story of love, betrayal, and the secrets that survive in the dark. This is the story of love born in darkness, of betrayal, redemption, and two souls trying to rewrite a destiny already broken. Some flowers bloom only in the shadows, and some stories begin only after the last chapter ends. At number 4, we have Eşref Rüya, also known as Eşref's Dream, with total rating of 8.14. Eşref, all his life, chased a ghost, the girl he loved from a distance as a child, the one he named Rüya. A boy searching for love became a man feared by all, a powerful mafia leader with a heart locked behind steel. But fate intervenes when Nisan, an idealistic young musician, performs at a wedding in his hotel, stepping unknowingly into the lion's den. Eşref is captivated, drawn to her innocence, her fire, her light. Yet he has no idea who she really is, because Nisan carries a dangerous truth. She's an informant for the police and for the mysterious Rüya he's searched for all these years. As their worlds collide, lies tighten like chains. Eşref is torn between the woman he's waited for and the woman he's falling for, between loyalty to his gang and the betrayal that could burn everything to the ground. In a war between love, truth, and power, Eşref must face the greatest reckoning of his life, because when the past returns and hearts deceive, no one escapes unbroken. At number 2, we have Taşacak bu deniz, also known as This Sea Will Overflow, with total rating of 10.09. A story rises from the depths. Here, a woman stands firm, with quiet strength, unbroken resilience, and a heart as deep as the sea itself, and a man, fierce as the Black Sea, fighting its storms, wrestling with its waves, and battling a love that shakes him to his core. Between them lie two families, sworn enemies for generations, a feud older than the mountains, and wounds deeper than the sea. Into this world steps a stranger, an outsider who sees what neither side dares to face. Through their eyes, the truth unfolds. At number 1, we have Usak Shihir, also known as Far City, with total rating of 14.62. Alya Albura returns to Mardin with her late husband's body and their young son. But Albura is not a place you leave easily. And some journeys have no return. But what begins as a final promise becomes a prison with no way out. Jihan Albora, the powerful head of the tribe, sees her struggle, yet refuses to let her leave with her child. As dark secrets from the past start to surface, caught in a world she barely understands, Alia confronts hidden truths, buried sins, and a past her husband never revealed. Every step she takes reveals another shadow, another secret the tribe would kill to protect. Surrounded by power, bound by customs, Alia must fight not only for freedom, but for her child, her dignity, and her very life. Usak Shihir, Far City. These are the top-rated Turkish dramas that captured hearts in 2025 so far. Every character, unforgettable, where every story leaves its mark. Subscribe to our channel for more unforgettable stories.